In this video, we'll do the integral from 0 to 1 of 6x squared e to the x minus x to the fourth minus 4x cubed minus 6x squared minus 2x cubed times e to the x all over 2e to the x minus x squared minus 2x minus 2 quantity squared. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a video. Okay, so how do we do this? So let's suppose the inside of this fraction is a derivative. So what could the derivative be? So let's look at the derivative of f over g. So this will be gf prime minus fg prime all over g squared. So we have something squared at the bottom. So let's suppose g is 2e to the x minus x squared minus 2x minus 2. Okay, so we have the derivative. On the bottom, we have 2e to the x minus x squared minus 2x minus 2. So this will be the inside function of the derivative. Okay. So what should the function f be, the top function? So we have x to the some power times e to the x. In the other terms, we have x to the some power. So why don't we just let f be x to the n and see if it works? Okay. So now we have to use the quotient rule. So this will be, so on the bottom we have 2e to the x minus x squared minus 2x minus 2 quantity squared, right? But instead of writing that again and again and again, we're just going to say the top part. So the numerator. So we're going to have the bottom function, which is 2e to the x minus x squared minus 2x minus 2 times the derivative of the top function, which would be n x to the n minus 1 minus the top function, which is x to the n, times the derivative of the bottom function, which is 2e to the x minus 2x minus 2. So this will be, so we're going to have 2n x to the n minus 1 times e to the x, got to go slow about these things, minus n x, so n minus 1 plus 2 is n plus 1. We're going to have minus 2n times x to the n, because x to the n minus 1 times x is x to the n, then minus 2n x to the n minus 1. The second part, we're going to have 2x to the n times e to the x. So we're going to have minus will be plus 2x n plus 1, right? Yeah, x times x to the n is x to the n plus 1, and then we're going to have plus 2x to the n. Okay, good. So we have a minus 2x to the n times e to the x. Let's look at the top part. So we have a minus 2 x to some power n times e to the x, where n is 3 in this case. So why don't we just pick n to be 3, and let's check it. So n equals 3. Let's check this. So we're going to have, okay, so this will be 6, and then this, so this will be 6, and does that work? Yeah. And then we're going to have 3 minus 1 is 2, and then basically you can check the rest for yourself, but it should work, so we're going to use it. So it works. Okay, so this will be the integral from 0 to 1 of the derivative with respect to x of x cubed all over. So we have the inside of this squared function. So this will be 2e to the x minus x squared minus 2x minus 2, right? And then dx. Okay. Okay, good. The integral of the derivative will be the the inside function of the derivative, and then plugging in the top part and then plugging in the bottom part. So this will be x cubed all over 2e to the x minus x squared minus 2x minus 2. Then we're going to plug in from 0 to 1. Okay, really good. We're going to plug in the 1 first, so this will be 1 over 2e minus 1 minus 2 minus 2. Then we have, let's do the evaluation of this first part because it's easier. This will be 1 over 2e minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3, minus 2 is minus 5. So we have 1 over 2e minus 5. Then we have minus, so this will be 0. This will be the limit first, as x goes to 0 from the right, of x cubed all over 2e to the x minus x squared minus 2x minus 2. Okay, right? So we have, okay. So how do we do this? Okay, let's do this. So the top will go to 0, the bottom will go to... Okay, let's look at these x terms. So as x goes to 0, this will just go to 0. So we're going to be left with 2e to the 0, which is 1. So that's 2 minus 2, which is 0. So this, by L'Hopital's rule, we can do derivative over derivative. Okay, the top derivative with respect to x will be 3x squared. The bottom derivative will be 2e to the x minus 2x minus 2. Now let's check this again. The top part will go to 0. The bottom part, you can leave this out because as x goes to 0, that will go to 0. So you're going to have 2 times 1 minus 2, which is also 0. So we have to do L'Hopital's rule again. So this will be the limit. So x goes to 0 plus, or the right. The derivative of the top function will be 6x. The derivative of the bottom function will be 2e to the x minus 2. Okay, let's check one more time. Top function will go to 0. The bottom function will go to 2 times 1 minus 2, which is 0. Okay, this will be the limit as x goes to 0 from the right. The derivative of 6x is 6. The derivative of 2e to the x minus 2, get rid of the constant, so that will just be 2e to the x. So this will be 3 times the limit as x goes to 0 from the right of 1 over e to the x, but e to the 0 is 1, so that's just 3 times 1, which is 3. Okay, really good. So this turns into 1 over 2e minus 5, then minus 3. And that is the end of the video. Hope you liked it. And thanks for watching.